Hello everyone, this is Implied Pot Odds. This is the very first video of a MicroStakes $3 sit and go. I am in a 9-person seat sitting. I am using currently a HUD trial. So the HUD basically is going to show what the players' play styles are like in evaluation of 25 hands. So it will give me input if someone's very tight, someone's very aggressive, and vice versa. Right now the only play style that shows is mine because it's calculated 415 type hands, in which currently I am an eagle, meaning that I am not too tight, but I do not play a lot of marginal hands. And I think my play style is someone where I like to play suited connectors, pocket pairs, but I will be able to get away from a certain type of hand if I need to. And that guy just called it ace 10, which is shocking. Okay, so this is a fun one. I have ace 10 suited. This guy right here on my left actually raised my initial raise. This is a much stronger hand. I had ace 6 of spades previously. He raised from 60 chips to 200, so I got out of the way. Here, I will raise to 64. I would love to see a flop. I will call a raise if he does so. This is a pretty strong hand I have. Let's see what he does. He folds. Okay. Not the most optimum result I would like, but I will not be upset with a fold. Queen 4 of spades. I'm on the button. He raised to 50. I am not going to call 50 bet with just queen 4 of spades. If my kicker was better, I think I would give some action. Everyone folds, so right now people are looking pretty tight. Ace 2. I would like to see another ace or a overcard. I cannot call. If ace 2 was suited, I would call, but because it's offsuit, it's not really fun, and also I could be outkicked with an ace, so I do not want to put myself in a uncomfortable spot. I will show the HUD in about maybe 10-15 more hands because it needs to garner information. I would say ACR tends to reward a lot of ace-type hands towards the river, so if you have, a pocket pair, I've seen a lot of suckouts on the Turner River. Compared to other platforms such as Poker 2, I think ACR is more fluid. So, and I've used this site for about a year. I would say overall, it's pretty good. However, I do tend to think that sometimes there are some really bad suckouts, but that could be a mix of just being poker or just online variants. This guy led off for 197. If this guy does not have a 10 in his hand, this should be an automatic fold. Calls with king jack. I did not think it was a good call. There were so many things that could beat him. Yes, I know even though the 137 was cheap. There was a flush draw and 4 straight. Top pair is not going to be good there. Now it's a value bet. So right now everyone's stack is pretty much the same, with the exception of this guy and this guy, because Kiba lost pretty much his entire stack. Everyone's pretty much the same. And even Mr. Stompy only has 600 chips. That can change in a heartbeat. Foggy, I don't know, is either getting good cards, but he is being pretty aggressive. Kiba could shove. Nope. They're giving him respect. Right now, I have not picked up a good hand yet. I had ace 10 suited, but outside of that, I have not had anything good. I had ace 6 of spades earlier, before this video was recorded, but I was raised 3 times the amount by T-Lock, so I decided to get out of there. So it's been a total of 8 hands. 9-4 of spades. Nope, that is going to be a fold. So after the 25th hand is when it's going to show statistics. Very rarely it'll show a question mark, meaning that their stats are going to be indefinable. But generally speaking, when it's indefinable, they're probably just going to be noted as a caller or limper station, which is kind of like saying we don't really have a definable statistic. Generally speaking, when you have someone that's a gambler or a rock, that gives me more info because those are more specific categories rather than just someone who just limps in too much. Because if people generally have, let's say, like a Jack-9 suited type hand, or 8-9 suited hands, those are hands you probably want to limp in and see a flop because it's can get some action. And here we go. This is our first made hand of the game. We have pocket jacks. So here I will so 3/4 pot is 71, half pot is 54. So I'm going to be right in the middle and put 64. I would like to see a call. A raise would be interesting. So with a call here, I would really hate to see any overcard that is not a jack. Queen, 4-7, 2 clubs. A queen could be in his range, but we're going to be leading out because we are the pre-flop aggressor. So I will bet 54. That is not the result I was looking for. He is definitely having a queen or a 2 pair or clubs. This is been kind of the way I've been running recently, fellas, but I gotta let this go. That's just not fun. But if he had a queen, he only got the bare minimum. That's something I could have lost way more. Queen, 7 of clubs. I think I'm going to take an interesting approach. I'm going to actually be a little bit aggressive and race to 96. Maybe I can get a call or take down the blinds. My image has shown, I'm willing to make the fold. So if I connect, maybe they'll pay me off. I've gotten 3 callers now. And we flop a flush. Fantastic. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to check for deception because there's not that many cards that can hurt me. And I'm hoping someone will take a stab at it. And what I can do is I can call and let that other person bet into me. And that's exactly what I wanted. I will call. No other club would be great. That's a great turn card. And I'm going to check again and hope he barrels into me again. I have folded other hands. Okay, alright, so he checked again. Here, because of the 8 and the check, I do not want to lose value, so I'm going to bet a little less than half pot. I'm going to bet 286. This is he snap called me with pocket 9s, and we take it down with a flush. If I look at the previous hand, do I think I could get more? He had pocket 9s, an 8-6-5 jack, 8-board flush draw. I think I made the appropriate bet because with that type of hand, from my point of view, I don't think he would call more. Personally, I wouldn't, especially with that board, so I think I made the appropriate sizing. So I have king 10 offsuit. I just realized I am on the big blind. I will defend with just 51 chips to call. And king 4-5 flop. Fantastic. I have a 10 kicker, which is pretty good. I will c-bet 86 to see where I'm at. I would like a call or folds are fine. I do not want to be raised. So everyone called, which I'm not too thrilled because then someone could easily be repping a 2 pair. So I'm going to check call. I could be very well behind with just top pair, but we will see where it is. See 407 right there. That's a bet. I could be ahead with top pair, but the guy could maybe have king 5 of spades. Big heart draw. I do have the king of hearts, but this is a type of hand where I really just have a bluff catcher. So I'm going to fold. Also, when the HUD is going to get more hands to show, I will see where I'm at. Oh, this is new. Now they have me as the gambler, which is funny because I am a pretty tight player, and I'm definitely going to let that go. 7-4. And the thing I don't like about the HUD a little bit is that because I got some playable hands, that it's gonna give kind of like a false statistic, because I am definitely not someone who likes to play a lot of marginal hands. Now this guy's been jamming. This guy probably has a pocket pair or 2 Broadway cards. I think we're gonna see a fold again, unless this guy's very strong, Mr. Stompy. So right now I'm second in chips, which is pretty good, but things can change. I would love to build my stack up and up. Pocket 3s versus pocket 9s, and ooh, look at that. We see a flop a set, and he rivered a higher trips. That is a really, really bad beat for Mr. Stompy. However, calling with 3s and against 9s should generally win. But that is definitely a cooler. And it's just part of the game, but that is not a fun one. Hit a 2-outer on the river. Ooh, maybe a 1-outer. All 9 players to act. So this is the type of position where I tend to kind of float, and floating is basically when I don't have good hands and I'm not really decimating my stack and kind of letting others throw their chips around and get eliminated. This is a good strategy I tend to do where I can make the money. However, it is difficult because when I do this, I tend to be the 4th or 5th stack out of 9, and I fall way too behind and I get eliminated because I will shove with a flip and get out. So I would love if I could get an early lead and maybe be a little bit more aggressive. So one of these guys definitely has a queen. Another one has a flush draw, a missed flush draw. I was not so Foggy had the missed flush draw, and T-Lock just had an 8. On that board, that's understandable with 2 queens. Not much really beats you besides queens and him checking the. I actually like that check by T-Lock because Foggy could be checking with a queen, and if T-Lock induces a bet, he could get raised, and this could be a frustration call. So I like that check there in the river because he has enough showdown value to take it down, and he could potentially avoid a big pot if he got raised. So I actually like that play a lot with just 2 pair. People in these MicroStakes games as well tend to be very call happy because the amount of money put in, $3, probably isn't enticing as a more high stake game. So people are going to play more loose because they probably want to see more hands. But in the more higher stake games, people are going to play more tight and play with more premiums. Ace high call and Okra calls with king high. So that gave me the inclination that Foggy is a loose aggressive player, and this guy just made a pretty terrible call with just king high. Alright, we have ace 10 off. I'm going to half pot this to 81. Let's see if Foggy again raises. He has shown that he's been extremely aggressive. He has had some good hands. Alright, so they're giving me respect because I have not really raised out of position. And this is fantastic. Now I have pocket queens. I just raised the last hand, so that could help my image. Maybe I'm not as tight as people think down the road. So we are going to make it slightly larger than half pot, make it 96. Because I do not want weak hands to call and potentially, beat me. And we flop a set of queens. Fantastic. Now there's 2 diamonds. I will want to build a pot, so I will make it slightly. I'm only going to make a 1/4 pot and lead out because I want to build it. 10 gets there. Jack 9 completes it straight, but that's only a gut shot. There's 2 flush draws, so I'm going to make it bigger. I do not want any more draws to get there, so I'm going to make it 228. If I get called... Alright, that's a fantastic river. A 3 in the river is fantastic. So the only thing that beats me is a straight. There's no flush draw to get there. I have top set. I'm going to go for maximum value, but I want to call, so I'm going to make it 281. I want to get a call. I don't want to scare him off. He folds. We'll take down this nice juicy pot. I did not want to check the river there because I think he was on a draw. I did not want to overbet the pot. I wanted to get some money in, but I'm happy with that. The river was solid. So right now we're sitting at a decent stack. We have just under 2,900 chips. So right now we have a decent stack. T-Lock on my left has 2,500, and then the rest of these guys are kind of low. So what we need to do is continue just building the pot. Obviously having premium hands such as pocket queens, you know, that's going to easily build up the stack. But we just got to be patient and let these hands come to us. I find it hilarious they still have me as the gambler. And now we have pocket 3s. So what I'm going to do with pocket 3, so this is one of the rare instances where I think I want to limp, because I want to see a flop with pocket 3s. I can call small raise, but I don't want to raise this hand and get re-raised because this is an uncomfortable spot. So I am just going to call with the intention of calling a small raise if I have to. That's probably the biggest raise I will see because 3s can hit. Pocket 3s in a multi-way pot is fun because if you do drill the set, you are going to get paid. If Kiba shoves, I'm going to get out of the way. So this is going to be a call. It's only 75 chips more. So I have about 16% odds of flopping a set. Let's hope I do. 9, 6, 9 flop. I have pocket 3s. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually c-bet 124. Hopefully take it down. I want to see where I'm at. If someone raises me, I'm going to get out of the way. People are very call happy in this tournament. Now, 3-way call. King gets there. I'm going to check. And if someone bets, I'm going to get out of the way. King definitely hits someone's range, in my opinion, or someone could be having a 9. Not a good spot. I'm most likely very behind. And there's the 500 chip bet. It's very polarizing. Probably repping a 9 or a king. Doesn't want to see another club. So I will get out of the way and fold. A lot of times I do not like playing low-cost pocket pairs because of the time, because I do feel like it dwindles my stack. It is very rare when I hit sets with low pairs. Obviously hitting the set with the queens was very fortunate, but even queens itself without hitting a set is very strong since it is the best starting hand in poker. Mr. Stompy raised out of position. I'm going to fold the big blind. This is not good anytime. Unless I hit a king 4 flop. If king 4-4 or 4-4-4, king 4, whatever type hand hits, that's going to be frustrating. Oh, that's definitely fold. Alright, now we're getting the hands I've been getting used to quite often. 2-6 off, that's going to be a fold. And do we have statistics yet? No, we have 3 more hands to go until we have some statistics showing. Mr. Stompy just shoved, and he takes it down. I have king 5 on the button. I like to do some button raises because I'm in position, but it's only if everyone else folds. Everyone else folded. I am going to take an aggressive line and try to raise to 160. I hope I can take this down. That's not good. He quickly checks. I'm going to be aggressive this pot and make it 183. Hope he folds. Nope. I'm not going to lay down without a fight. I'm going to make it even bigger. Calls again. Checks for a third time. I could be beat. I'm going to really go for it. And he folds. That is something where I think he was on the draw. It's scary to continue putting the gas on the pedal, but if you're going to go in with a plan, you can't freeze like that because I'm going to be beat there most of the time. If you go in with a story, you have to continue with it. And I took down a sizable pot against a guy who actually had a lot of chips. Now I am tied for first, basically, with a 100 chip difference for first place. So that is very, very positive going forth in this tournament. I generally don't like to bluff, but the good thing about having a very tight image is if you pick your spots wisely, you can get away with certain bluffs. Ace-7 off, under the gun raise, no thank you. I would probably call that with it if it were suited. Four, queen, queen. Leads out for 210. Folds. Right. Jack-9 off. What do I want to do with Jack-9? If everyone else folds, do I want to limp with this? No, because with Jack-9, it's not even connected. All right, then he just raised from pretty much under the gun, so I'm going to get out of here and run. All right, now we have some tags. So Mercury is a rock. Okra is a rock. Mr. Stompy's a fish. So Mr. Stompy is someone where he likes to play a lot of marginal hands. So that is good to know. And some people call limp too much. What do they have about Foggy? Foggy, that's hilarious. They have him as a book player. I find that pretty funny because he was very aggressive to start and made some kind of loose call, so I'm surprised. But I'm guessing he likes to play with a lot of ace-type, high-type hands and maybe does not know his range as well, but he will focus on what he has. And now they just changed it to him being a gambler and plays many types of hands, so that's what is the correct acronym for him. Mine should be more of either an eagle or a book. I am definitely not a gambler. I am 210, and I'm actually first in chips right now, which is nice. But I need to I need to pick up another solid hand. If I can, what would really help is if I can get to like 4,000 to 5,000 chips in this tournament. I'm gonna have a very easy time because people are going to not want to go up against me in a shove because I will cover them severely. This has been a pretty slow game. It's almost half an hour in, and there are no eliminations yet. So my inclination from this table is that people here want to get it in as good as they can, which is bad for me because these players will not make, for the most part, dumb calls. I've seen one bad call this entire game. That was from Okra. And Okra is a rock. That's so, like I said, people who are rocks, maybe are generally speaking, are those who like to play, you know, good hands, ace high type holdings, but will not want to fold or get out of the way. Oh, we are probably going to see all two all ins. And 5-6 takes it down versus a king-9 board. We see that last hand right here. He rivered top pair, but 5-6 beat him. Mercury playing with 5-6 gives me a lot of inclination that he can be a bit of a loose cannon. But that is the first player to be eliminated. The stack sizes are all, for the most part, pretty similar, with me and Foggy being the top two stacks. We have 10-4 off. Big blind. Nothing makes me more frustrated when I get a crap hand in a big blind, because that just dwindles my stack, and that is no fun. So we gotta fold. Okra calls. Interesting. Let's see what T-Lock does. If he does not have a queen, I would check. Okra shoves. We see a snap. King, queen versus queen, jack. And T-Lock had it. That's just a bad beat by Okra. He had top pair. He was committed. There was nothing he could have done. I would have probably gone out as well. That was a right play on both fronts. Just very, very unfortunate events. Okay, so here we have pocket threes. Mo money Marge raised pretty big. And the HUD shows that there is no definable characteristic on him. But that is such a lofty raise, and for me to only hit a low set, no thank you. We're going to be conservative with the stack and try to build it in good spots. So we're going to let it go. He takes it down. We have 8-2 off. And right now they do not know what I am. I am the question mark. I am unknown. Alright, I gotta get it something. Need to get a strong hand. I just need some of these low stacks to get out of the way so that I can at least make the money. Nothing will make me happier. I would love to see a call by T-Lock or Foggy because they become a very big stack and I can just, you know, sit comfortably in second place. I do not want to see my money March call because that will put me in a very tough spot. I would love to see a call by Foggy. He's thinking about it. Foggy is contemplating. Kiba is going to shove with a minimum pocket pair or ace-king, ace-queen at the lowest. So if he does not strong, I would probably fold as well. King-jack suited. Oh, this is a fun one. Let's see what happens. I do not want to shove. Okay, he just limps. I'm actually just going to limp as well. I do not want to face a jam by anybody. So this is one of those rarities where I think I want to limp with a few players that left to act. Because I do not want to raise and get jammed, so I can get away from this hand if I have to, even though it's not the most fun to do so. But I can play right. Now, flopping a royal flush would be fun. So let's see what KK does. And we flop a open-ender straight draw with a backdoor flush draw and an overcard. So this is a pretty good flop. Definitely worth paying a price to see another turn card. This is a rainbow board. Someone could be having maybe ace queen. So he leads up to 20. We see 2 calls. I'm definitely gonna pay for one turn card. See if I connect. We have a heart, so we now have straight draw, flush draw. So there are so many outs. I am hoping this is not gonna be a huge turn bet. That's a pretty big bet. I have to call. Let's hope I get there. And we get there on the river. This is fantastic. I am singing. And this is a gut shot, and this is a gut shot straight draw, so it's very well disguised. Let's see what Foggy does. And say the words with me. He pretty much puts me all in. I have the nuts. Nothing beats me. I'm going to put him all in, hoping he calls, and I take it down. He had 2 pair, and I am the major big stack. This is fantastic. I got there in the river. Nothing feels sweeter. And I am in a very comfortable first place. So what I'm going to do with this stack is not get into any big pots. I'm just going to kind of sit my way through, let these people get each other out, and I can easily make the money. You do not want to get overly aggressive and punt off the stack. It is not a wise strategy. And that is why limping with King Jack suited sometimes is fun, and you can get there. So he raised. Foggy is going to shove probably the next hand or two. He's going to get out. And let's see what 7-8 versus Queen Jack. 7 got there, and Foggy stays alive with 434 chips. Now I have 10-8 offsuit. I cannot call a Foggy shove with 10-8. 426 chips can actually hurt me a little bit, so I'm going to fold if he shoves, and hopefully someone else calls. He folds. He shoves. We are definitely getting out of there. No thank you. We have Jack 3 offsuit now. We are definitely going to fold this. I'm going to fold. Let's see if someone calls. We have a shove, so this should be interesting. A6 versus Ace Jack. A6, why are you calling that? That was a very bad call by Kiba. A6 against a low stack. No, that's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Jack 2 offsuit. I'm going to take advantage of my position and my chip stack, and I'm going to raise to 240. I want to take this down. Let's go. This is a good thing about being a big stack. You can be aggressive, use your position, and you can build up your stack. The good news for me is that there are 3 stacks who are extremely low. They are going to get out very soon, and M Money March only has 1,800 chips. So I should be in a comfortable position where people will get out very soon with the blinds going up. That's a shove. Folds. Call 6-8 versus Jacks. Trip. Full house versus trip 6s. And Foggy has willed himself back in the game by some very well-timed shoves. But the good news is that Money March and Kiba are now very low stacks. We just want to see these guys get out as soon as possible. However, it is not bad for me if I don't lose my stack, because these guys will probably not want to shove into me. That's a really impressive by Foggy, coming from literally like 200 chips all the way back to 2,000. He is someone that definitely deserves to make the money. And look at that. We are back to eagle status. Fantastic. And we don't have a fish at this table. That is interesting. What is K1K's stats? Because he shoves in different spots. K1K, anything, he is considered a rock. So he is shoving with good hands. Good to know. He's taking his time. He probably has ace high holding, some low pocket pair. I think he's worried if he's going to get it in right. I think that's what he has. So let's see if he shoves. He's thinking about it. I think he's going to fold here. If he's using this time bank way too long. Unless he's slow rolling, but you know, I don't like players who slow roll that much. I think this is gonna be a fold. Yep. Or he could just be disconnected. So the prize money, if I make third place, I get $2 profit because the because this entry was $3.30. Second place, I believe I get about $5, and first place I take $10. So I would like to get at least second or first, but I will take third if I have to because making the money is always motivating. Really like a T-lock and eliminate Foggy because I do not mind having another big stack next to me because with so many smaller stacks, these guys will drop eventually. Foggy leads out big. What does T-lock do? Spades get there. Jack 10 gets there. He folds. And wow, Foggy came back from nothing. And he is now pretty much in third place. That is very, very good stuff. Okay, Kiba shoves. I would love if M Money shoves. So we know that at least one of these guys are going to be out pretty much entirely. Everyone folds. People are scared to call. They want the big stack to get them out. But I'm not going to be a dumb big stack. I'm going to be conservative. These blinds are going to go up, and someone's definitely going to get a hand where they will knock someone out. So I'm going to sit patiently. We see a shove. Does Foggy call? He calls Jack 10. Does Jack hold? It does. We have our first elimination. And Foggy came from 200 chips to second place dominance. What a really, really good story for him this game. So now we are waiting for M Money to get out. I cannot call a 10-6 off. Cannot. Alright. We have 4-9 off. So I have not gotten good hands in actually a while. Even though the King Jack hand gave me a lot of my stack, it wasn't best. So there are 6 people left. I'm going to raise to 300. Use my position. He calls. I do not think this hit his range. I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to tank fold because I want to make it look like I had something. So he must have had something very, very good. I am not going to get it out of line here. Nice pot for him. That is a situation where I have enough chips in my stack to make a play like that, but I just apparently picked a bad time. I would love to see a shove. Just I wanna weed out some of these players. and ladder. Please call. Ace 4 versus 6s. 4 ace pops. And we see another ladder. Fantastic. So now there are 5 players left. There are 3 big stacks and 2 smaller stacks. So I'm in a good spot, especially with being big chip. I'm going to fold. But I'm definitely not out of the woods here. I have to be very, very cautious, because if I lose an all-in shove, I can be in a very, very bad spot. Foggy is a very aggressive player. And we have another eagle. Where is M Money? M Money's out, and he was considered an eagle. T-Lock is a very aggressive player. That is not what we want. So what I'm going to do here with my position is, if there's 4 players, I think is when, if I'm in a position, I will shove, because they do not want to lose to me, but I have to wait for another player to get out. I'm waiting for K1K to get out. I am not getting the right hands to do any raises with or battle. So I just gotta be patient. And big blind, another bad hand. I would love if everyone folds for once. And that is a nice surprise. Ace 3 off. Let's see what happens here. I cannot call shove with ace 3 off. If my kicker was better, maybe. Cannot do it. That's a fold. T-Lock's thinking about it. He's debating. And he folds. Come on, give me something good. I have Jack 5 suited. That is not what I need. I'm going to fold, actually. I want to give the image that I'm not going to always raise when I'm on the button, so I can show him I will raise next time with a strong hand. And T-Lock raised, and that would have not been a great flop for my hand. Jack 5 with just bottom pair and a backdoor flush. I would love to see call. That is very good. I want to see one of these pots go down. I would really like if Foggy could take T-Lock out. Nope. And that is not what I want. Still have about a 2,000 chip lead, which is pretty good, but it is still a long game. Good use of position there. I have ace queen now. I am definitely going to raise to 300. I'm under the gun. Wonder what T-Lock is gonna do. If K1K shoves, yeah, I was gonna call shove. If I was gonna get jammed by one of the smaller stacks, I was gonna call. He raises. That's a shove. I'm getting out of the way. Let's see what T-Lock does. Call ace jack. Jack hits. Trip jacks. That is gonna be it. And now we have 4 players, and we have a very small stack here. And I'm still in first place, so there's a very strong chance I could still make the money. I'm going to fold. Let's see what T-Lock does. He calls. I really want T-Lock to get Mercury out, but this definitely probably hit Mercury's range with an ace. That's a massive bet. T-Lock does not have an ace. It's going to be a fold. Yep. 8-6. We are going to play tight and let these stacks go at each other. This is where I think my biggest flaw is You know, the fourth place bug. It is not fun being in fourth place. Missing one spot. It is extremely irritating. Okay. Another meager hand I gotta let go. I do not like that limp by Foggy. It shows weakness. Mercury checked. So Mercury must have... He could have a 2 or 4 here if he checked. We could see a raise here. Very well likely could see a raise. If he checked, he probably could have, you know, 3, 5 hearts. All right, he got lucky, so he takes it down. I have Ace King. Great stuff. I am just gonna flat here. What does Foggy do? Now, if Foggy raises, all right, I'm just gonna flat here. If I hit an Ace or King, I'm in a good spot. This did not hit anything. I could lead out, but I'm not gonna bluff. I think I'm just gonna, you know, just take it. Now 5-2-5-2. This is actually a good turn card because Ace High, there's a decent chance it could be good. That is going to be a call with just Ace High. Queen gets there, flush draw gets there. I'm just going to bet small, blocker bet. And we take it down. Good stuff. On those type of paired boards with Ace High, a good amount of times, that is going to be good. I'm going to fold Ace 3. I want to keep my image as a very tight player because if I do need to bluff, it will look very strong to these players. Queen 5 offsuit. Do I want to raise here big? I'm thinking about it. I will not. Not that time. And I get rewarded with kings. Fantastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to min raise to 300. I would love a shove by Mercury. Please shove. Let me call with kings. Get you out. 6-2 jack. Flop. We are going to continue. 5. And now we're going to put them all in. I do not want any more draws to get in. He will definitely does not have 4-6. If he has pocket jacks, you know, I have enough. So if he has me, he has me. And that is exactly what we wanted. And now his stack is extremely small. We are building our stack way up. We're just going to check here. 9-4 deuce flop. I don't imagine this hit his range. Nope. Queen jack offsuit. This is a good one. I will call a raise unless the raise is not an all-in by one of these big stacks. Will I call a queen jack offsuit? If he shoved, maybe. I'm just gonna min raise here. Actually, let's do a little bigger. I'll make 375. I like my hand. See, now I'm sitting comfortably with a lot of chips. And now I think I'm gonna make it 375. Use the button. I have not done a button raise in a while. He calls. We spike a jack. Fantastic. Good stuff. We are going to stay aggressive. King gets there. Queen. Okay, we're going to check here. And that's an 8 makes a straight. The flush missed. No, the backdoor flush got there. I'm just going to... So this is why I'm going to check. He snapped me with a 7-10 flop. 7-10 jack flop, meaning an 8 could very well be in his range. So with the chips I have, if he has an 8, this could avoid a cooler. As well as if he has any type better hype pulling with a set, I'm going to lose the minimum. And there's a decent chance I could win the flop. So I check here. And look at that. He had king, queen. He got there. I avoided a massive, massive cooler. and I still have a lot of chips. So that was a very, very good check there by me in the river. I avoided a massive pot. That was a very good check there for deception. And Mercury should get out soon. I still have about 7,000 chips. So I only lost maybe about 500, 600 chips in that pot. That is not the end of the world there. Foggy got there in the river. And I got there in the turn and the river. But I avoided a massive cooler. He shoves. Please call T-Lock. You know you want to. You know you want to. You have the stack to cover him. He's in a fold, probably. When a player takes this long, especially in that... Ooh, he calls King 10 versus Queen 10. King, no Queen, no 8. And we make the money. This is fantastic. We made the money. Great stuff. I have ace check. Now we need to go farther. I have ace jack offsuit. This is a premium hand. I am on the big blind. Let's see what Foggy does. He folds. So this is where we need to like kind of capitalize. And this is a little bit uncomfortable for me, but I have to be very aggressive. Button raise. Ace 8 off. Do I call with ace 8? No, I'm gonna use my position and do the same thing. And if I do call, I want to call the better hand, especially with another player left to act. So I'll let him get that hand. Now we have Queen 5 offsuit. I am going to raise now. Hopefully take it down. That is not what we wanted. Now I have to hope I hit a Queen or 5. Wow. Okay, so bad position, button position raise. I would love to see 2 all-ins. Foggy must have had something really, really good. So I think the goal here is just to play tight. Queen, you know what? I am going to actually call this. I do not want to be pushed around. I have a pretty strong hand. So I do not want to see a shove. And that is really bad flop. But I called. So I'm going to take an aggressive approach and lead out. If he raises me. Alright, so there's a good chance I'm not good here. He snapped. Do I want to fire one more bullet? No. I think could be raising strong. Checks. Probably wants me to fire. See, he checked. That's a good check by him. He probably knows I'm weak. I am going to give up. He's trying to go. He's probably going to go for some value. Yeah, it's going to overbet the pot. That is a fold. He was strong. He snapped me there. Good hand for him. Just tough luck for us. So the goal here right now is at least want to make the second. Foggy came back from just 190 something chips. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Foggy has been very aggressive this entire game. Getting weak hands like this is not good. I think Foggy plays well. He folds in certain spots, so he could show that he doesn't always have it. I am going to just, I'm going to be aggressive. I like this hand. Ace 3 suited. Want to build the pot. Hope T-Lock does not have something incredible. He folds. He calls. We have middle pair. I'm going to keep my foot on the gas pedal. This did not hit my range. He's probably being aggressive. I'm going to go for it. He has been bullying the entire game. I'm tired of it. He's thinking about it. He folds. Let's go. Extremely aggressive all game. I am tired of him just bullying and bullying. And if you have a pair and you have the ace blocker, you cannot let a player like that walk over you. He raises out of the position. T-Lock probably has something pretty good. Let's see what Foggy does. He's thinking. This is going to be an easy fold. All right, another not good hand here. If Foggy folds, I could raise here, but such a weak hand. I think I'm just going to let it go this one time around. All right, that makes my decision much easier. Blinds are getting very big. I'm going to play tight. This Foggy is going to be the one who's going to be very aggressive, and I do not want to not hit my pair or hit my hand, because I know with this type of player, if I get there, I'm going to get paid. So I will let him kind of be the aggressor and wait until I get paid. That is going to be the strategy. And here, I'm going to raise. I hope T-Lock folds. There we go. Goal is for T-Lock to get out. I have ace-jack. We will do a button raise, but this time we have a great hand. A shove by T-Lock would hurt. I would like a call by Foggy. Foggy shoves, that would be a really, really uncomfortable spot where I might have to let it go. He calls. He will lead out, definitely. His range is so untapped. Queen could be there. He checked. I am actually going to check. Hoping ace comes. So now we have an up and down straight draw. King could definitely be in my range. I'm going to rep the king and bet small. See what he does. I raised. King could definitely be in my range. I wonder what he will do. He folds. That is good. And big blind. That's a big raise by a smaller stack. Absolutely not. King 9 suited. I am going to min raise. I do not mind a call. Do not think this hit his range. I am going to lead out. He calls. I'm going to really put pressure on him. He snaps there. Okay, so he snapped. That could represent that he has a big draw. And I'm going to bet one more time for big value. I hope he folds. Ah, he has it. Brutal stuff. Not fun. That really took it down out of the stack. Now we're low stack, but it's pretty much close. He just had it that time. Not fun. But, you know, give him credit. Ooh, this is what we want to see. Okay. And now we just gotta wait for a good hand. The stacks are all very, very similar, so it's not like anyone has a humongous difference. Ace 2 suited. I'm gonna raise. See what he does. He re-raises. Do I rip it in is the question. I have not seen him re-raise that much. I will give it to him this one time around. I have enough tips in my stack to to put him in. So if I have a pocket pair, I will shove. See what Foggy does. Right now everyone's being kind of aggressive in this game. All of us are gamblers. We have a call. Do I have anything? Nope. I would love to see a humongous pot in which I can get some chips back. I could at least take second. It's a big bet by Foggy. Call. Wow. Calls with a jack. Wow, so T-Lock made a pretty loose call there, but it worked out. That's going to be a fold. See what T-Lock does. He re-raises again. See if Foggy rips it in. Yep. Do we see a call? Nope. So T-Lock. So there's a decent chance when he re-raised and T-Lock didn't have it. Queen 10. Queen 10 offsuit. No, he re-raised. I'm getting out of there. These guys are re-raising and raising like crazy. I just gotta wait for a made hand, and I'm gonna get paid. Oh, please call. Let's go. I'm definitely gonna get second at the minimum. And I make second at the minimum. It's good. And we have ace queen. We are definitely gonna shove with this. And if we get called and we lose, the blinds are getting there, I'm definitely gonna shove with ace queen. We get called by king queen. And we take the big ass pot. Let's go. And we get lace, but we get no value. Dang it. Queen 3. We're going to fold. We want first place. We have played very well this entire game. We want this prize. We have pocket sixes. I'm just going to fight with sixes. Hope we hit a set. We do not hit a set. I am going to check and maybe call one street because I have some interesting plays I could do. I do not want to give up too easily with the sixes. I am going to call one street. Now we have some interesting cards that could make it look like that helped us. I'm going to lead out actually. I have an up and down straight draw. I could rep a flush. He calls. That's not good. I am going to give up. He had a 7. Yes. Oh, he had the up and down draw as well. Don't know if I could have gone off the 7, but good hand to him. I'm gonna call Queen 10. Let's see if I get there. We spike a queen. I am going to check to the pre-flop raiser. See what he does. I hope he leads out. Fantastic. And now we're going to re-raise. We do not want to see another overcard. If he re-raises me, okay. I'm going to get it all in. If he has a Queen 10 beat, that's good for him. He could have King Queen, Jack Queen. I have decent enough kicker. If he got me, he got me. 7s. Wow, that's a bad call. 7s on that board? Absolutely not. We made the right play. And now we have a very good chance of taking this down. We have pocket sevens. We are definitely going to get it all in with sevens here. And he folds 9-6. We're going to fold. We're going to wait. We have a humongous stack over him. 9-2. Not good, but he folds. 7-3. Nope. Anything with an ace. I'm going to shove. 6-8. Not good. Jack 5. Nope. 3-6. Very bad. Nope. I have not gotten good hands. 9 queen. Okay, let's get in with 9 queen. He folds. 4-6. Nope. Yikes. These are not good ones. I really want to put them away, but I gotta get a good hand. Now they have me as the book. Now they have me as the book player. And they have him as the gambler. Alright, we have ace 4 offsuit. We're gonna put them all in. He doesn't have any blinds left. Ace high could be decent. Calls it ace queen. Ouch. Doubles up through me. 5-8. Nope. We still cover him by quite a bit, but we gotta win a shove. I may have called a shove with ace 2 there. 10-4. Not what we want. Queen 9. Not optimum. That's gonna be a fold. Ace 10. We are definitely gonna rip it in with ace 10 spades. If he calls, we have a pretty good equity. And we're chopping. Exact same hand. Ace 3. Snap call, snap shoves. Nope. Did not like that enough. Ace 8. I will shove with ace 8. I think he's been shoving with some decent hands, so I will give him credit. He will shove into me when I have something decent, so I'm gonna wait. Queen 7 is hearts. Sure. Let's hope he folds. Good. Ace 3 if he shoves. I may have called there. Deuces. We got a jam with deuces. It's a pocket pair. I hope we win if he calls or he folds. Ace king. Please shove with ace king. Let's see what we're up against. Queen ace. Oh, that's gross. Oh, we get the straight in the river. Let's go. And we take down first place. We did not get sucked out after the flop. We take first place. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a name and a comment if you have any questions about what type of HUD I use and any questions about my ability. Please leave a comment what you thought, how I played. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And take care and have a good rest of the night.